This week on Gettin Sidetracked, David gets in touch with his inner child.
And doesn't touch anybody else's child.
Thank you.
I don't know why I had to clarify that.
Next week, David gets bailed out of jail.
I got a few things that I want to talk about
Okay.
before you get into your
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
One thing was right before I came here. Okay. Right after we did the episode about villains, and I made mention of Billy and Stu from Scream. I'm saying a lot.
Yeah. Why?
It's called a crutch word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't like it.
So right after that, they they announced at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City this year that they're both going to be there, Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich. So not only did I get Logan and I tickets to go to Planet Comic-Con, but I also got a photo op with the two of them at the same time. Logan's excited because he gets to meet William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. But one thing that I saw right before I got here was Matthew Lillard has a tweet, or not a tweet, fuck that, a TikTok that has just him writing a note that says, "My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me." I was like,
oh, man.
Remember what I said? Headcanon that you never saw his body after he got the TV dropped on him, so that he's still alive and showing up in the next one. Just saying.
Whoa.
Just saying.
That's juicy.
Right before I came here, so that's one thing I wanted to talk about.
Wow. How dare you just drop that kind of shit and then go, okay, well, I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, it's good to see you guys.
Hey, you redeemed yourself on the us too because you said Lillard without on your first try.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that
Lillard.
without a pause.
Matthew Lillard.
Lillard.
You do. You do kind of sound a little drunk if you say it right, Lillard.
Lillard. Who's going to go to the Lillard show?
You guys.
Going to the Lillard. Road limit.
Listen to me. Lillard.
I have a buddy that would say, "All's like." I was like, what? And then they said that, and I was like,
That is awesome.
he says, I was like, and then, wool. I knew somebody used to go, wool.
It's like sometimes that's the whole argument, and you can't argue against it. You're like, well, okay, you heard him.
It's like the defense rests. And then the quick dude is a real game changer.
Basketball proved you could have an entire conversation using just dude. And it completely makes sense. Dude,
That movie, man.
dude.
Dude.
Dude, it was an exercise in saying a lot by saying a little.
You guys bagging me 15 or 16 more times. I'm gonna...
It's like a dream improv scenario.
Oh God. What was the crazy thing that we learned about basketball? Someone produced it that you would never guess was a producer of basketball.
The airplane guys, right?
Well, yeah, no, they were the guys who made that movie.
That's
where-
right. That's what it was.
It's the same guys who did Airplane and
Yeah.
Naked Gun.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They're remaking Naked Gun. Did you know that?
I did hear
with
that.
Liam Neeson. I'm not even joking.
I kind of like that.
I know.
I love it. I think it's
So-
gonna be. He's proven he can do comedy.
He does
Yeah.
have chops.
Yeah.
Like it'll be good. It will be good.
It's him and I can't remember who the woman is, but it's somebody else super fucking famous too.
Plus, I'm only allowing it because it's Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson.
Right. It
You
just
can't-
You're like-
kind of fits.
Was it the whole time?
You can only change one sound at a time.
It would be pretty cool if he pulled his mask off, and it was Leslie Nielsen. He's like, I'm still alive.
Oh, that's great.
They figure out some way to like deep fake it and
Oh.
creep everybody out.
And I will say, like, as horrifying as it is, the deep fake videos are getting so much better, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
I saw this one about, it was this UFC, like, you know, like at the weigh-ins where the guys will like, they'll like get together, you know, like stand off, stare off, where they were fighting each other at this, and it was like, at first you couldn't tell, but then the longer it goes, it gets weird, you know, and you're like, okay, why does his face look like that? That does not look, but it was crazy just in the time span that I've seen the first ever, like, where they put into the AI, like, every beer commercial and then it spit out its own, how bad that looked up until now, where you're like, oh, fuck.
Where it takes a little while to figure it out.
Dude,
yeah, it's scary.
It's getting better and better and better every second. And then the whole, like, I did a deep dive today on China's, like, their thing
that new AI
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That was just a guy. A guy just like created it and was like, you don't need $75 billion.
I say like fraction of the price. It was like 6 months time, and like I think they took like 3 years or something ridiculous.
It's like okay, go get that guy. Bring him over
Somebody
here.
already gamed it into admitting that Tiananmen Square happened.
Oh.
I think they tricked it into it. Like they're like, describe it in leet speak or something like that, and it actually because like if you try to ask it, it'll not answer.
Wow.
It'll just try to change the subject. Like, anyways, do you want to know who's going to play in this World Series?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Oh, that's great.
I missed you guys.
That's fantastic. Really,
Like what?
I really did. I mean, you know. So, speaking of, a lot has happened since we last got together.
I wanted to wear this for two reasons, and for those just listening, I'm wearing my Tony Gonzalez jersey from his time at the Chiefs.
His Chiefs
Chiefs days. One, just to illustrate the fact that we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, back.
I like
to the Super Bowl.
I'm going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's perfect.
There we
that's
go.
Perfect.
And I wanted to rub it in your face again that I have a Tony Gonzalez jersey.
You know,
when you said you were going to buy one.
I did. I was like, dibs, and then I never did it, and then Dusty showed up with one, and I was like, fuck. So I have to tell the story before we get started. Dusty and I went to a Chiefs game many moons ago, and it was the season after Tony Gonzalez had left. And so before we're leaving, Dusty's like, oh no, I forgot to I was going to throw some jerseys in the laundry and kind of like pick one out because he had a Priest Holmes jersey he was going to wear. And he was like, I just have this Tony Gonzalez. And I was like, oh no. Because the wound was still kind of fresh.
Yeah.
You know, he had left for the Falcons and he was like kind of on the way out, kind of like, fuck the Chiefs. Like just a little bit, not like hardcore, but he was like, eh.
See you later. Yeah.
And we show up and we're in the parking lot and people are like, but I'm like, the guy only played here for 13 years.
Right.
I mean, people are going to have a T-Gon jersey still. Come on, man.
And the rest were in the wash. I mean,
And
I didn't want to
the
like
rest-
wear a sandwich board that said like I forgot to do laundry.
Tony Richardson, everybody. No.
And that's my thing. Is like I can't afford to keep an updated roster of jerseys.
No,
you know,
not these days.
No.
Back in the 50s, you were good.
Yeah.
Forever.
It's like I got a Babe Ruth jersey. It's like, oh fuck.
Wait.
The one time. God damn it.
That's really funny. Would you write that down? That's fucking hilarious. Back in the day, you could buy a jersey and not have to worry about it. Hey, check this out. You know, like the fucking huge cotton.
Right. Yeah, the giant bee.
And you're like, hey, look at this, guys. Like, oh, you didn't hear?
Whoops. No, I didn't hear because we don't get news until like 8 weeks after it happened.
I barely even know how to read.
I don't know how to read, and I don't have a radio. What happened? Boy, you are not going to be happy. Can you take that back to Academy? No. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, yes, that's great. Everything's wonderful with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs are doing fantastic. But again, it had to be in fucking heart attack fashion. I've told people, it's like, I'm sorry, but at this point, I just want a blowout win.
Me too.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to fucking stress until the last 2 minutes of the fucking game again.
I know it.
And I know I'm going to have to.
It doesn't matter if they get a big early or what. Like,
Yeah, no, you cannot fucking let your guard down.
Do you want a three-peat or do you want a comfortable win?
Hey, so
I think that's all we're gonna get. Is
yeah, I mean, come on.
Right.
So Pat Riley, he's the GM for the Heat. He was a head coach in the NBA forever.
A long fucking time.
He owns the rights to three-peat because he thought back in the day when he coached the Lakers and they had Magic Johnson that they were going to three-peat, and they ended up losing, but he still retains it. So, like, when the Bulls did it, and, like, he got paid, like, I think they said it was like $500,000, but now it'd be $1 million easy.
Still.
So
wow.
he's like hoping that it happens. So people are trying to come up with
A different
other ways to say it. So
Trace Pete.
a thrice Pete.
Nice.
I really like thrice Pete. And then a threed Pete.
Yes, I've heard that
Reid,
one,
a
yeah.
threed Pete.
Well,
That sounds.
What about a Patrick?
I've seen that before. I've seen that on
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
a Pat trick?
Yeah.
A play on hat trick.
That's the one.
Which is three. Oh my tit!
I
I
was-
never even thought.
I was
of
going to say a 3-pat.
Ooh, that's goddamn. That's good too.
That's a good one. Holy shit!
They should just write anything but three-peat.
Yeah, literally. And then the one guy who gets a T-shirt owes him $1 million.
Yeah.
He's like, good luck. I live in a trailer.
Yeah, fuck you.
But they should leave out like the shape of three-peat and like the background, like in the silhouette. You know.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
it's
an
implied.
AI created three P's, all messed up and
You
weird.
squint.
It's one of those magic pictures.
Dude.
You have to kind of squint a little bit and cross your eyes and then slowly uncross,
Yeah.
and then you see a sailboat.
I saw a guy. Somebody had, it was a hamburger, but if you squinted, it was Steve Harvey's.
I just saw-
That shit is so That is so funny.
The fact that I could instantly picture it means that it's not that hard
It's
to
not.
imagine Steve Harvey's face as
No.
a hamburger.
I saved it yesterday. Here.
Did you? Oh my god! Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can already
yeah.
see it. Like even just sideways glancing, I can
You
already
don't even
see it.
really have to squint.
No,
Yeah.
not in the slightest.
Oh, it's wonderful.
If you look at it from like right here, yes, that's fucking Steve Harvey.
That's wonderful. I don't know. I've seen a lot of those popping up lately.
you have to
and
send that to me because I got to put it on the YouTube video so
God,
everybody knows
those
what
I
I'm
got
talking
you, I
about.
got you.
so good. Yeah. So Chiefs are fucking doing it. Hey, guess what? Also, kind of a sports update. Fuck the haters and the doubters. The Cats men's basketball team they're on a 2-game winning streak.
Yeah.
And if I've been the biggest champion of the Cats basketball team in here, and
Honestly, okay, I won't argue that because I think you have been. You always root for them.
yes,
You've been talking a little shit, but at the same time, it was constructive criticism. So basically, you're just like I'm trying to think of.
Pat Riley.
Shut up. The funny thing is, I'm thinking of the coach for the Hoosiers, but I can't remember his name.
Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight. Yes, you're Bobby Knight.
Yeah,
You're just Bobby Knight.
I was choked a guy. Do it right.
Do you use a lot of chairs in your encouragement?
Yes, I just the way when he threw that chair and it just kind of spun is just like, God, that's a maestro at work.
It was
Yeah.
not his first try.
no. He's like, watch this. Yeah, the Cats are doing really good.
They're don't jinx it.
If
They're doing good.
They're
But
doing
if they win
fine.
another game, it'll be a three.
It'll be a Pat trick.
Yeah.
It'll be a Pat
It'll
A
be
cat trick.
Pat hole.
cat trick.
It'll be a cat. Oh my fucking God,
What?
Dan!
We're
dude.
just nailing it
Oh
tonight.
my
man.
God, yeah, it'll be a cat trick. I love so.
We just need a T-shirt printing press like, right fucking here.
One of the. So, in honor of Bob Uecker, R.I.P. Bob
man.
Uecker,
That one hurt.
that
dude.
sucked. A quote from Major League: If you win 3 in a row, that's called a winning streak. Yeah, he passed away. He's like 90 years old.
Yeah, it's still he was not here long enough.
No.
He's one of those ones where it's like we should have had a Betty White years.
For sure.
From Bob Uecker.
For sure. His Miller Lite commercials from back in the day, if you get a chance to check them out on YouTube, they're hilarious. Also, if you've never done so, treat yourself. Look
Mr.
up,
Belvedere.
Well, which is not great. Norm Macdonald goes on Howard Stern and tells a Bob Uecker story that is for the ages.
Okay.
And it's really good because Artie's there too, Artie Lang. No, I won't spoil the thing, but Norm and Artie Lang got to go up to the booth and like hang out with Bob Uecker while he called the game.
I think I've heard snippets of this before.
Holy shit. Yes, you have. It is so good. Go do yourself a favor and check that out on YouTube. It is it's gold, man.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
gold.
Yeah.
Anything, Dan, you're a man about town, it seems.
I did. I saw the Garcias minus you today at Qdoba.
Somebody's got to work to put
Oh,
food on
Qdoba.
the
I thought you were going to say that donut place.
Yeah, Sarah's going hard, man. Yeah, there's been some local shenanigans.
Yeah.
And she's used that opportunity to share her love for Donut Palace. And I mean,
I'm all for it.
she does not it's a real thing.
Oh, yeah. I can tell.
And Sophia and Adriana are insane about donuts. It's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, honestly, though, did they have a choice?
No.
Yeah.
So they're normal.
I say I'm not a big donut person.
Really?
I'm not like
Every once in a while, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, we'd go every weekend. Donut Palace out there right by Aggieville. They love it. They're always like, "Can I have that donut?" And you're like, "No, you've had 10." But Sarah's the problem. You know those donuts that they draw in The Simpsons?
Yeah,
With the pink and the sprinkles? That's her avatar. Like Sarah is a fiend for donuts, man. It's crazy.
not even exaggerating, last weekend, Logan put down 5.
Oh,
Like full-size donuts. And I was
Yeah.
like, I was at work. This happened at Grandma and Grandpa's house while I was gone. And I was like, 5? Are you fucking kidding me? You're a third the size that I am. And I can't do 5.
he's like, yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. He's like, can I have a soda?
Yeah,
No, not now.
Grandma and Grandpa's, man, just kind of let it rip.
Yeah.
You know?
She thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to put him in a diabetic coma.
Does he even have an A1C right now? You know what I mean? Like, grandmas and grandpas, man. So is there anything else that we need to, any new or old business? Do we need to address any old business?
Let me check.
I don't know.
Secretary?
Hey, you know what movie sucks?
Oh yeah.
Venom, The Last Dance.
Oh no! So, can I ask you a question? Was the first Venom any good?
I liked it.
Okay.
It wasn't amazing. It didn't blow my mind. It wasn't game-changing. I enjoyed it. I was
Yeah.
entertained. I like Tom Hardy. I like him doing Venom because he does the voice of Venom too. It's just distorted and shit. But
Whoa.
all in all, I like the first one. Second one is okay. It's not bad, but it's got its flaws. And then the third one, I just didn't care
Ooh.
about anything. Like all of this, I was sitting there watching it like, oh, okay.
I remember seeing the trailer for that in the theater and just like, it's not often that I say something like, "Well, that's 3 minutes I'm never getting," back." But like, I really fucking felt that way.
So yeah, Venom: The Last Dance goes on the list of movies that suck.
Oh
bummer.
man!
You know what you should watch instead? Saturday Night.
Who's in that?
A bunch of people that I don't remember their names. It's what's his name? The guy who's Reitman's kid. What's his name? Not Ivan Reitman, but
Jason
Reitman. Jason Reitman directed. It's about the first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
And it's basically the hour and a half leading up to we're going live.
Whoa.
That's cool. Nice.
And it was good. I liked it. You can tell it's heavily I mean, it's not the real story.
Sure.
But I enjoyed it. They did kind of make John Belushi look like a pretentious asshole.
Yeah.
They made Chevy Chase look like an asshole, though, too. And I was like, yeah, I buy that.
Spot
for sure.
on. Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. Okay, good. The Venom one, like the commercials, you could tell. You're like, this is not.
I got a free copy of it, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. And I watched it and was like, yeah.
You're like, why'd you give me that?
Well, it's not one that I was mad about, but it's
Yeah.
one that literally I don't ever plan on really watching.
That
again.
you got a free copy of it tells me
a lot.
a lot.
A lot. It's kind of like back in the day, like when Pizza Hut would give you a free copy of something for ordering a pizza, and you're like, oh, hell yeah, this is cool. And then you pop it in and you go, oh, what the fuck?
Unless it was like episodes of X-Men. That was pretty
That
was
awesome.
rad.
Hey, bring that back, boys
Yeah.
and gals,
There you go.
because we like it. Yesterday, I don't know if you young, smart, amazing, wonderful gentlemen were aware, was Kansas Day.
I was aware because Logan made me aware. He made sure when
I
I was talking to him about what he learned in school. Did you know it's Kansas Day?
Yeah.
I knew it was around this time. I didn't know exactly when. So.
You ought to let him, you ought to hip him to the fact that starting about middle school, that sure drops off. I remember it being a big deal in grade school, and then nobody talks about it.
It was.
It's
actually,
a
now
really
that I
big
think
deal.
I
about
don't
it.
know if that there's a reason for that.
I know why.
The teachers.
The teachers.
Yeah.
They're like, no lesson plan needed for this shit. Yeah.
Who wants to dress up as Wilt Chamberlain? Which I actually got to do one year. As my
Nice.
Kansas Day project. He's from Kansas?
No. I know, but did you?
How far did you
Yeah,
go?
how
with the,
far did you
costume?
Oh
go?
my God, no! I was lazy as shit. I wore literally. I didn't even have a Lakers jersey. It was just a yellow jersey.
Oh, you didn't even wear lifts? Okay.
Nice. Hook shot. It's like, whoa.
No, I had a basketball jersey on that slightly resembled the color of the Lakers, and was like, "I'm Wilt Chamberlain." And they're like, "Okay."
Okay. Yes, teachers statewide are like, oh hell yeah, we can can this one for sure. That's an easy one. It kind of stinks when it falls on a midweek kind of, it's the birthday of Kansas. Can't you?
Yeah, it's like when Halloween falls on a Monday when you're in your 20s.
You're like, dude, really?
It's the worst.
Now I got to
You're
go
like,
out
challenge
3 times.
accepted.
Yeah, now I got to go like 3 or 4 times, man. So I just wanted to go through and talk about some stuff Kansas related. I want to celebrate our dear state. I also have a quiz that I'd like you gentlemen to participate in. I think you'll do pretty good because I believe in you and I know that you guys are the right ones.
I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I know that at the very least you're gonna pull it out of your ass.
All right, I can do that.
So I don't
Pulled
want
out of my Ad Astra.
Do you Ad Astra per aspera?
Absolute. Per aspirin, right?
Ad Astra per aspirin.
Parappa the Rappa?
Parappa the Rappa per aspirin.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you remember that game?
Yeah, I fucking love
Oh
that game.
my God, that-
Punch, kick. Punch, kick.
Yeah, and then he just out there just like dropping fucking
Shit.
bars on people. That was the first game I played on PlayStation. Parappa the Rapper was easily the first.
I know a
game.
lot of people that could probably say the same because it was one of their first big ones.
Man, it was a edge
Yeah.
game. Okay, hold on here. I want to address something right off the bat.
I do too. The fact that Kansas's birthday is in January sucks
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
because anyone whose birthday is in January, fuck them, right?
Sure. Oh yeah, especially like the earlier part of the month.
Basically, like the 5th or earlier.
Yeah, between the 3rd and the 5th.
Fuck them.
growing up, my birthday always in the weirdest circumstances would fall on the day we came back from school or from Christmas break. So you know when they do the announcements in the morning and they announce people's birthday, people would boo my ass into the fucking ground. And I just grew up like just hating like my announcing January 4th because it was always the day we got back. And I'm like, how? The calendar changes all the time.
Like last year it was a Tuesday. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. And like, why did you come back to school on a Tuesday? And the teacher's like, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. On the announcements, they're like, everyone make sure to personally thank David Garcia.
Yeah.
We did this especially for him. You will find your pillowcases and bars of soap in the locker room.
Okay, Joker. Yeah, Joker. God, that movie fucking okay.
Kansas. Arlie Ermey's in that movie. He's from Kansas.
He is
Yes,
from
he is.
Emporia,
There you go.
Kansas.
Yeah,
That's
very
right.
nice.
See?
It works.
Kansas is pretty fucking cool if you break it down.
Yeah.
I want to start off with stereotypes, and I want to start off this one that I have the biggest fucking problem with, because we talked about it during the morning show. Chili with cinnamon rolls.
Yep.
I didn't grow up with that being like a have to have kind of thing.
It's not a
Yeah.
have to. It's a nice treat.
It's a beautiful treat.
But-
it's a wonderful
but
treat.
now I will admit, every time that I have chili,
Yeah.
yes, I have cinnamon rolls.
You do?
But yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So wait, how do you guys? Okay, how do we consume that? Do we
I-
do it at the same time,
No,
or do you
no,
dunk
no.
it, or like what do you do?
I had someone ask me, like, they showed me a picture of a cinnamon roll with chili on top of it, and they're like, "Is this what you're talking about?" And I was like, "No, that looks fucking gross." I'm sorry, but anybody out there, I don't judge. Whatever.
Like, as the resident fat guy, the fattest of the fat guys in this
No.
room,
No.
I have challenged myself over the years to try stuff, and I'm like the shape of a cinnamon roll. Like, we were eating chili, and they're like, cinnamon rolls too, ha ha ha, Kansas thing, and I'm like, whatever. So when you bust off a piece of a cinnamon roll, it's kind of in the shape of a little spoon.
Oh, yes.
And
it
I
is.
go, huh. And I did it. I dipped it in
Really?
there. And I have another story. But I ate it, and I was like, that was one of the worst decisions I've ever made. I did not like it. I did not
See,
enjoy
I'm
it.
the opposite. I dunked well, Nicole made her homemade cinnamon rolls, which I'm a sucker for. So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Homemade is.
But
yeah.
I dunked that in the chili, and I thought it was excellent.
Yeah. So the ones I got were not homemade. Like, I'm a sucker for soft, ooey gooey.
Yeah.
When you peel them off and they're kind of like hard, it's like, dude, is this even a cinnamon roll?
Yeah.
Rolls aren't meant to be like, like I don't
yeah.
call a crouton a roll. You know what I'm saying? One time, we were at McDonald's and I got mayo, and I was like, people eat French fries with mayo, and Dusty was like, gross. And I put the mayo on the thing, and Dusty watched me. I dipped it in, and he like watched me dip it, and then all the way up, and he was like, "Oh." I'm gonna tell you this: mayo it's amazing. Oh man, I like dipping a French fry in some mayo, not like a ketchup where you like drown it, but a little macaroni of mayo. Oh,
Yeah, I'm with
baby.
Dusty on this one.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking.
Yeah.
You hate mayo.
I fucking hate it.
My sister used to do what I found out was actually fancy sauce, which is just mayo and ketchup mixed together.
That's really.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what he says in the movie, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. In Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fancy sauce.
Oh,
But Kinsey used to do that, and I was like, even that is
oh
too
man.
fucking much.
Oh yeah, Hellman's.
I'll
with
do
the-
ranch, or I'll do ketchup, or I'll do nothing at all.
Okay, another
Oh,
Midwest.
well,
but-
hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I ate my cinnamon rolls after chili.
Okay.
Like as a dessert almost. So
Gotcha.
Oh, a
yeah.
little treat for yourself.
Basically, yeah. Like I need it.
That's me, like my fat ass dunking it in there and just like, this is good. But then I was like, no way, this isn't the way people do it. There's no way.
Yeah, and you're like, this isn't how it's supposed to be.
This,
Yeah.
is how my ancestors did it. God
Yeah,
damn it.
It's not proper.
It's like, what am I, Caligula? Eating, you know what I mean? Eating my chili with the cinnamon roll? It's like some shit, just leave it alone.
He's a god now.
Bring me my chili roll and chili and cinnamon roll.
I guarantee you
Oh.
that's a directive on hedonism bot.
For sure.
For sure.
Like, don't do that. Dude. You're going, oh God. What
was the other
fuck?
stereotype that you were talking about for Kansas? Because I want to get rid of some fucking stereotypes too.
Okay, good.
Because this is listened to and seen all over the world, technically.
Yeah.
Because we got a fan overseas.
We
over
do.
in England.
And
But
eventually we'll get another one.
Yeah.
don't get ahead of yourself
Then
here,
we'll have
jackass. No.
thrice. We'll have a Patrick.
That's right.
Cat trick
And a 3
UK
pat.
trick.
And a 3-pat.
and a 3
Yeah,
pat.
I like that.
Ranch. I'm starting to lose my taste for ranch. I'm just not into it anymore, man.
I'm not as obsessive as people think that we are.
Yeah.
But I do like ranch.
I consider myself a rancher.
I don't know why.
That's the meanest thing anybody's ever fucking said to me, man.
I'm sorry. My
You
apologies.
fucking prick. You
My
don't get to
apologies.
decide my ranchisms and my ranchitude, okay? Like, you fuck you.
Hey,
Dusty?
Hey, you need to change that ranch right now.
I got bad ranchitude.
All right, we'll turn this ranch around.
I'll shut this ranch right down. I am just like, so do you remember Gumby's?
Yeah.
They had that
That's
ranch.
honestly, that's where I started dipping pizza in ranch. Was
Same.
at Gumby's.
Same.
And I've done it with like Domino's and shit. And Domino's ranch is just
Nah.
not the same.
Nah.
So yeah,
That buttermilk ranch that they get, Ian would go and pick the pizza up and bring it back, and we'd be like, hee, big ass. And Terry was like, and we would pepperoni that in there, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's just not. It's just not the same.
now like AJ's has some pretty good ranch to dip pizza and shit in. But yeah, most of the pizza places now it's like
It's
so
lacking.
so yes, that is a stereotype that we're obsessed with ranch. I like ranch.
Yeah.
I'm not obsessed with it or anything.
Nah.
See, no, that's why it's a stereotype though, because like I like ranch, but I'm not discerning. Like I'll just if it's ranch to me. But there are people, namely my fucking wife, that they have like an ordered like ranked choice vote order of fucking ranches.
yeah.
Okay, but with
Yeah.
me,
And
it's
for
like,
different occasions, it's not a static thing, you know.
oh wow, that's a little.
That
much.
is getting now. That's getting Kansasy right
That's
there.
it, yeah.
I will say that mine aren't that elaborate though. It's like there's like salad bar ranch for some reason. I fucking love salad bar ranch.
Goes
I don't
hard.
I don't know what kind it is. I can never fucking find it because
Yeah.
when you get like Hidden Valley, it's like no. I don't know, but whatever they have at fucking salad bars, I want that ranch.
So
Nice.
you can't because you have to buy it in bulk. You have to buy it in the cans that are like
You have to take like a bath in it.
you're like okay. Salad Bar Ranch, Gumby's Ranch, Hidden Valley. If it ain't Hidden Valley, you can fucking kiss my grits, dude. It's got to be HV. And then I do enjoy, for whatever reason, every once in a while, I can get into Ken's Ranch. I like Ken's because it's a guy named Ken. I just like it. Yeah.
Are you saying Ken or Ken?
Ken. K-E-N.
I think I
Okay.
can help with the Ken situation.
Ken.
Just thinking too.
Ken.
I thought you were saying Ken, and I was like you're like that's my Ken.
I literally.
That's my Ken's ranch. You take your goddamn hands
You
off it.
God, thank you. No, I did say Ken,
Okay.
but how did you say the name? Ken.
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 As in
Ken
like
Caminiti.
like Ken and Barbie.
Ken and Barbie.
Ken.
Ken. Shit, it's
We're spending
fucking
way too much
ruined.
time
It's
on this.
ruined. It's ruined. Whoever's in the UK turned our shit off. They're like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I said they probably lost in the second we said ranch.
No
so.
doubt.
Yeah.
But for our UK viewer, aluminium. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're not obsessed with ranch.
No.
And I
Spent
I
8
didn't-
minutes talking about
I didn't. We got an hour to kill, Dan. What do you want me to do? I didn't grow up with the cinnamon roll being a necessity
Same.
for chili. It was just chili, you know. So when people say stuff like that, I'm like, man, you made that shit up because I didn't do it. Like,
I mean, it's not something that I remember doing every time that I've ever eaten chili or anything like that, like since I was born. But most of the time, yeah.
I go, well, when you stopped in at Wendy's and got chili, did you get a cinnamon roll then?
I don't eat chili from Wendy's because that shit's gross.
You don't like the chili from Wendy's?
I do not.
They changed their recipe though.
They did. They did. They stopped using old hamburgers. It's like, God, why the fuck would you do that?
That was the one thing that was good.
Yeah.
You dumbass.
It helped.
Here's a couple. Everybody's a farmer. Most people assume that we're all farmers. Now, if you live in Kansas, you live near a collection or a population of livestock. You live in a trajectory of somewhere near you are animals that are used for food. There's no doubt about it. But I haven't set foot on a farm in decades.
Same.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, dude. And think about this. I think in my entire family history that I know of, going back like to my grandparents and shit like that, my grandpa in Dodge City had a little bit of land. Like he had a little bit of a farm. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think we went there like as kids every once in a while, but then he sold it because he was like, I don't give a shit about that.
He's like, this is hard. He had a tiny piece of land. And
It
he's
wasn't,
like,
and it wasn't like a giant field where he had like corn and shit growing. It was like he had basically it was like a oversized garden.
Yeah.
And
And a goat.
He was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But I mean, has anyone in your family? When's the last person that you can remember having a farm in your family?
No, but like my great grandpa, when he got when they moved from outside of Dodge to Larned, he was a pig farmer, but they all died. So he was like, "This sucks," and just stopped. So they always, though, people from back then, though, they were mini farmers. They were like microdosing, but micro farming. They always had chickens. They always had a bomb garden. And it was like, damn. Like I would, even as a kid, I sit back and look and be like, this seems like a lot kind of going on for just regular people. You know what I mean? Like they had like chickens, man. And I remember like my grandpa would like cut their heads off and stuff. And I'm like, the fuck is going on here?
Well, but think about it, like around the time that you had your great grandparents were around, unless you lived in like New York City or in fucking Cleveland or in Chicago, either you worked on a farm or you lived close to one or something.
Oh yeah,
because they were fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's If you have to go back a couple of generations, then no.
Do you guys currently know any farmers?
I do.
I know a few people that work on a farm like during the summer and
That
shit,
counts.
but it's not their farm.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
counts. I think.
I do.
So I would say that's a fair stereotype.
Ooh.
That we all know a farmer.
We know at least.
That's fair.
I know a couple. I think. Like if I really think about it, I know a couple. One in particular, my buddy Funky. He's a farmer, like a real deal farmer, and I'm always like, God, why? Because that's like at work every day, man. Like, come on, you don't just get to kick it on Sunday. You know, you got to go out at 5 o'clock in the morning.
When
man.
we used to go camping, there was a family that they were farmers, and they would come and it would be like you would never see all of them at the same time.
Oh man,
because somebody was always running back to the farm to do something.
Yeah.
And then when something major happens, like the fence breaks, like dude. And it's like no wonder the farmers are always helping each other out because they're like, when I go to Prairie Band, I'm gonna need somebody to. You know, like,
hey Jim,
what
popping
happened?
Over there, and
I am hammered drunk at Prairie Band. Did you get that? Yes, I'll get you back tomorrow.
Thank you. Hit. Damn it.
I lost the farm. Everybody loves country music and rodeos. There are country music that I enjoy, yes, but I'm not living that life. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let you take this one for a second.
You know, I was raised strictly on like Beatles, AC/DC, Pink Floyd, and Led Zeppelin. country was not allowed in the house. But I will say I have softened the fuck up a lot because my wife is a yokel from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I've gotten into some 90s stuff. I like Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, B&D, man,
Yeah.
goes hard.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Dude, Neon Moon is like
That-
one of my
oh.
favorite songs in the world. I love that song.
And the boot scootin' boogie.
Boot
Oh,
Scootin' Boogie, man. Gonna take you on down to the Chattahoochee River.
That's right.
You know, then you're like, oh, God, wait a second.
Stop.
Yeah, please wait. I'm not going to the river.
And that's like, I think I like it. It's not that I actually like the music, but I'm so amused
Yeah.
by it.
Yeah.
There's some that I genuinely like, but I will say this: that like I'm gonna be that guy. New country sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The new pop country bullshit that they've got going on sucks.
Yeah.
But like shit from like the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, you know, shit like Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, shit like that, or like Garth Brooks. I like some Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Who
got some
doesn't,
solid
man?
shit.
Yeah, he's got some shit, man.
I mean, yeah, so there's some country songs that I do like, but I mean, you have to remember that his mom and my mom were best friends, and his dad and my dad worked like 10 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was for us. It was AC/DC, Pink Floyd, Beatles, Led Zeppelin, that kind of shit too. So it was allowed because my mom liked Vince Gill a lot.
And I do remember a certain concert not going well at Bramlage.
Yeah,
that
but we
your
got those
mother
tickets for free.
Sure, but if you were a true hater, you'd have been like, "Oh, for free," and torn them up,
or burned them.
burned them in the ceremonial situation.
We got her tickets to go see Garth when he came to Manhattan.
Hey.
So yeah, so she got to see Garth Brooks.
So next time she ever like gives you a hard time, you go, remember?
You're welcome.
Remember
that?
Remember?
You remember that one time I did something nice for you?
You remember that?
My entire life, where you provided for me and helped me live, and you know all that shit. The one time I did something awesome.
And I could have got
remember that, Mom?
I could have got you Chris Gaines tickets.
Oh, he'll never live that down.
Fuck that!
Never.
You're going back to Randy Travis.
Oh no, she'd be happy with Randy Travis tickets too.
Yeah, she
I thought
probably
he
would.
died though. Actually,
Oh,
it was
I
either
don't know.
that or he looked real bad. The
He
last
came
time.
really close at one point.
Yeah. Poor guy. Okay.
What are some other stereotypes? I want to shoot this
Yeah.
shit down.
Nothing but flatland. Not
Oh,
true.
come on.
That was the biggest shocker for me because I spent like most of my life in Kansas, but in like from Salina down. So I had never. I thought Kansas was flat, and then I came up to Manhattan, and I was like,
What the fuck?
whoa! I go, what the fuck is this? I
Do
thought
I-
I was in Washington.
Do I need gear to climb that?
Dude, I was like,
Give me my oxygen.
I was like, what the fuck is that? There goes a tree. Oh, it was crazy.
I will say that the whole Kansas's flat thing is not true for some of
Yeah.
the state. There is
Yeah.
a good fucking chunk. It basically, yeah, you're right. As soon as you hit Salina,
It's over.
basically until you're like, oh yeah, there's Colorado.
It's Salina, and then everything else after. Like, there's a little bit of slope, like when you hit that Ellsworth exit. But when you get off on that Ellsworth exit, it is like Sinbad, the wonderful Hall of Fame comedian Sinbad said, "You can watch your dog run away for 3 weeks."
Yes.
It is so
I
flat
was gonna say, you can see every anti-porn and abortion billboard
for
for
miles.
miles and miles.
Oh my god!
Right next to the adult bookstore.
Yeah,
That's,
but
that's the Lion's Den
Yeah.
outside of Abilene.
And you know, the Lions Den's like, this is the best advertisement we've ever had in our
Yeah.
life.
Serious.
Come on, man.
They did a study once where, because people say Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Well, they using like a super awesome microscope were able to actually analyze like relatively the height differences in a pancake versus Kansas, and we are not flatter than a fucking pancake.
Ooh.
So
barely. Like the
You know-
the edge is like a little like bumpy barely.
You can
Yeah.
thank the Flint Hills for
a
that.
little extra batter. Of it.
Yeah, you can thank it.
You know, like when they're doing it, one of those pancake feeds, and they got to do them really quick. It's like they're not really paying attention to it. Like one of those pancakes.
I'll tell you what though, the Kiwanis, them guys, they know how to, and the Lions Club, they can make a fucking giant pancake like nobody's business. I get a little scooper, like a quarter cup scoop, and I dip it, and that's what I use to pour like the pancakes. So I make them small because I found if you try to make them big, it's just a fucking mess.
Welcome to Gettin Sidetracked, everybody.
One other stereotype. People ride horses. Give me a fucking break. I've ridden
a horse
once. Yeah,
and it was at like a school
Like,
event.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
it what was that place called?
it was
Something Creek.
Rock Creek.
Rock
Creek.
Hills.
Was it Rock
It
Hills?
was like Rock
I thought it
Hills.
was Rock Creek.
Maybe.
No, Rock
'cause I know
Creek
Rock Creek
is
is the
the
school.
school.
Yeah.
Well, but I
Yeah.
thought that they had like a ranch thing or the.
Yeah,
up there or
it was by
something.
Junction City or something.
Yeah, so that's the wrong direction.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I rode a horse once and I was like, yay.
Rock Springs.
Rock Springs.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
Yeah, but yeah, it was for like a field trip
Mhm.
that I think everybody got to take eventually at some point.
Like literally, I don't even remember riding the horse. I just remember seeing their giant piles of fucking horse shit.
Yeah, and you're like, God. That's the thing. Horses are just too fucking big, man. They're just too big. I got kicked by a horse at a church camp. My horse got too close to another horse, and apparently they don't fucking like that. And he went to kick the horse, and he kicked me in my calf. Fucking, and it wasn't even like a full on. It was like a skip,
A graze.
a little
Yeah.
graze,
Yeah.
and it hurt like a biznatch, dude. And so I was terrified of horses. I was like, no. They're like, no, you remember, Dave? No, you got to get back on the because that's what you know. I go, no, I'm not.
I in fact am not going to get back on that horse.
I'm gonna fall off once and stay off once. I am not gonna do that. All we eat is barbecue and steak.
I wish.
I wish, motherfucker.
Yeah. I ain't got steak money.
Yeah, who the fuck?
Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
steak comes money.
Yeah, man. You fucking kidding me, man? But I will say, I take it weirdly personal when people say shit about like Kansas City barbecue, even though I'm not from Kansas City. I'm still like, man, fuck you.
It is
dude.
better, though.
It's better than everything.
I'm sorry, but
Come
it is
on.
better.
It is, man.
When people say that other shit is better, like Carolina barbecue, I'm like,
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Win.
Now, have you ever actually eaten barbecue in Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you know, and you can proudly say that we're in the vicinity
We are in the
of the world's best barbecue.
for sure. For sure.
I'd say if you can decide you want it for dinner one night and still go get it, then I'd say that's close enough.
Yeah. You know what? I want to go stand in line at Oklahoma Joe's for an hour. Okay.
You just remind I have some Joe's burnt ends in my freezer.
Ew. We ate Q39 as well, which is a pretty fucking good,
solid.
man. God dang it. Now I want some.
I'll check it out when I'm at Planet Comic-Con.
You know what?
Check it out. Where is Comic-Con, by the way?
It's like the Kansas City Convention Center, like in the heart of Kansas City.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like literally in the so like we're hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be able to get a hotel like right around there. So
Ooh, man, it's a boys' night out, baby.
Hell
Boys'
yeah.
day out.
boys weekend, dude. We're doing the whole weekend, man.
Boys'
Whoa,
weekend
nice.
out. It's a wow.
It's gonna be awesome,
That's
dude.
what's
There's
up.
okay. We'll get into it later, but there's a lot of people that are gonna be. Christopher Lloyd's gonna be there.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, now I kind of want to
Yeah,
go.
I know. Can we go too?
yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
How much are tickets? Well,
They're not that expensive. You get like a 3-day pass is like $90.
oh hell no.
You could,
Fuck you, Christopher Lloyd.
okay, but you could also do like individual days too.
Yeah.
But
1.31 gigawatts.
Mario Lopez and Elizabeth Berkley are going to be there, so you can get your picture taken with
Lord.
Slater and Jesse.
Dude, so
Like the entire cast of Rick and Morty. Well, the three like main, like Rick, Morty, and Summer are going to be there.
that's already a lot. You probably haven't even listed half of the people going to be there.
Carla Gugino, or however the fuck you say her name.
She's so pretty.
Oh my god,
My goodness.
dude, I've loved her since fucking Son-in-Law.
Son-in-law,
Same.
man. She really just set the bar, dude. God.
I want to bring a DVD copy of that to have her sign.
And then I go, why you do that? And he punches him, and he expects him to like square up. And he's like, why you do that? I love when he's like, Theo's gonna show you around. And he's like, it'll be my pleasure. That movie fucking cool.
That movie is great.
Oh hell, we was just messing with him.
Theo, you're fired. Oh man. Yeah, Carla Gugino, man, she's so.
But yeah, you should check it out. There actually is going to be a ton of Katie Sackhoff is going to be there from like Battlestar Galactica and The Mandalorian.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One of the worst Halloween movies.
Dude, are you gonna call her ass out on that, or
I might bring Resurrection just to be like, hey, sign this shit.
ooh, and she'll be like,
No,
what? And you're like, yeah.
Then you just throw it on the ground.
Yeah, while making direct eye contact.
Have somebody run it over. Yeah. Dude, Jessie Spano, man, I hated her back in the day.
I liked her in Showgirls.
Well, now you have a
No,
chance
when it
to
was
tell her.
when she made that decision,
Mhm.
you're like, wow, Jessie Spano was fucking hot. But as a Saved by the Bell person, you're just like,
Oh yeah, no,
you
she was
are
terrible.
lame,
Yeah, she was terrible
man.
on the show.
Like she's and she was always snotty for no reason, and it's like you decided to date AC Slater. No one made you do it. So then you're gonna treat him bad when he's like a fucking act like a jock? He's a fucking meathead, man. He's AC Slater. He's the best guy on the fucking team.
I think anybody new coming into this show right now
Yeah.
is like, I get the name.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff to
None
talk
of them
about.
are from
it,
Kansas.
It works because they're coming close enough to the area.
Well, yeah, they'll be in Missouri technically.
But it's still Kansas City. And most people from not around here don't know that.
I don't. And when people, never mind. We're getting, dude. Okay, Dorothy and the fucking Wizard of Oz.
It doesn't help that we live 15 minutes away from the Oz Museum. But yeah, anytime like I would go down when I lived down in Oklahoma, anytime I would like meet somebody new, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Manhattan, and I had to really quickly learn that I had to say Kansas afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Because if not, then everybody's like, What's New York like?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know.
I don't
okay?
know.
I've been there once." But
I don't know. What do you think it's like?
But then as soon as I would be like, "I'm from Manhattan, Kansas." Oh, you're not from isn't Kansas anymore. I'm fucking
Gonna go
you.
pet Tito.
Is Dave Mustaine making fun of me? Hey, Tito.
I gotta go pet Tina.
Hey Tito, it's me again.
It's me again. If someone said, "You gotta go pet Tito," I'd be like, "That's actually really funny, man. That's like the first Wizard of Oz shit I've heard about that I've ever laughed
That
at."
actually caught
It's
me
so
off guard.
funny.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I watched the first part of The Wizard of Oz randomly I can't remember what I was doing, but I watched it where she's like before she like falls asleep or whatever. And that lady that takes her dog, like takes Toto, is a
Mrs.
total
Gulch.
She's a bitch, dude. And if it like I would have been like, where's a woman to fight her for me? You know what I mean? Like,
If I was Dorothy, I would have just kicked the bike over.
no
while she was riding
shit.
that
Like,
shit.
man, I'd have been like, okay, I'm calling the police, and they're gonna arrest you and hopefully throw you in prison. She stole her fucking dog, dude. Like, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, but in like 1908 or whatever the fuck the story is, she'd have to like telegraph the police, and they'd be there in like a month
Or
maybe.
or she could just wait for like a fire truck to come down the road all fast and like out of control and just knock her into it or something, or a trolley.
That'd work.
Wait for a trolley to come rolling down the thing and just shove her in front of it.
Who knows? They might have had motor carriages, but if not, a regular carriage. I mean, heavy enough. I mean,
Could
just-
you Fred Flintstone this bitch off of the fucking planet, please?
All I know is she had to be the inspiration for Mrs. Deagle from the Gremlins.
Oh, for
oh
sure.
God.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And yeah, I'm sorry, but it's like it's annoying when people are like, "Oh, yeah, Wizard of Oz," but at the same time, it's like, "Oh yeah, it sucks being associated with like a groundbreaking landmark film that everybody and their sister has seen."
Everybody.
That's I used to get annoyed by that shit too. But then when I at K-Rock, we had this band from the UK come through and come into the studio to do an interview, and they're like, their drummer was like almost shaking. It felt like because he was like he couldn't believe he was in Kansas.
Wow.
Because he said The Wizard of Oz is his favorite movie. And this is like a fucking big time rocking drummer from the from England, and like we were like, oh dude, you don't even know, like you're 15 minutes away from the fucking museum.
And he was like, wait, what?
I don't know if they made it, but he got really excited.
Wow.
So I mean, it's annoying, but at the same time, it's like you can wear that shit as a badge of honor. It's like, yeah, literally everyone has seen that fucking movie.
Yeah.
So everyone in the entire world knows about Kansas. So
for sure.
yourself.
Yeah.
So quickly, how many times have you been to the Wizard of Oz Museum?
0.
You've never been?
Never been.
It's worth the
It's worth
time.
it. Yeah.
I've heard about it, but yeah, I've never actually been.
It's worth the time. Yeah,
I went once.
I've been twice.
It's like a New Yorker not going to the Statue of Liberty. It's
Yeah. My grandma had to go, and then Sarah had to go, and I was like, what's cool is you guys could go. And
I don't have to.
I can hang out by myself.
Now, has any of her family that's like come to visit? Have they been like, we have to go to the Wizard of Oz Museum?
They're like, fuck that.
They're like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She chose to live here.
Also, no, really. That's about right. No, you've hit the nail on the head. Also, though, Wamego. Describe Wamego in one word.
Wamego.
Ooh, Wamego. Okay. I'm so happy you brought that up. I would also, my answer's weird. It's just a weird place. It's an odd, I love you. I love you. It's like that friend that everyone else is like, why do you hang out with that person? And you're like, no, he's cool. He's cool. He's just weird. That's Wamego. Manhattan Wamego.
If they made Stranger Things in Kansas,
oh my God,
it would happen in Wamego.
I can see that.
That's a fucking
very
great.
nice.
It's big enough to where shit could go down that not everybody knows about it right away, but it's small enough to where shit can spread around pretty quick. I could see a secret fucking government facility built out in the middle of nowhere down like how they have all those fucking
silos,
meth labs
and
shit.
Yeah, the LSD guy was in Wamego.
But it would be produced by the Balderson brothers instead of the Duffer brothers.
Which would not be great.
Hey.
But
hey, they put you on the fast track to stardom, so I would just watch
Can't
out.
blame them for that.
I mean, I am technically on Amazon Prime.
For
so,
sure.
I mean,
of course, we interview the Boomtown crew every year, pre 4th of July festivities. And they brought in the lady from the Wamego Business Association, like the Chamber of Commerce or whatever. And I was like, I made a crack about people calling it Wamego. I go, do you get tired of saying, no, it's the Wamego Chamber of Commerce, not Wamego? And I won't say which one of the guys, but he was like, I have never heard anybody call it Wamego.
Really?
And I was like, and I'm a people pleaser. I'm a down like to the core people pleaser. So normally I go, oh, and I was like, that's a ball-faced lie, my friend.
Dude,
we can go to the mall and stop people and go, what's this town's name? And I guarantee within 10, someone will say Wamego. I guarantee. That's actually how I know they're from Wamego, if they say Wamego.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Flint Hill he's willing to die on.
I will die fucking. When he says, I've never heard anybody say, I was like, holy fuck. Is there a different Wamego that we're talking about?
my response would be, you lying liar.
Why don't you lie on the ground and fucking die? No. It's always hot and windy.
Well, they got half of it right.
Well, yeah, but what time of year? Because you got to remember that we actually experience seasons, unlike some other places.
For sure.
Just saying.
There's nothing to do.
Okay. You kind of got me in a box
Fucking
here.
Wizard of Oz museum.
Museum.
Hello.
Walk the Flint Hills. You ever heard of that? You fucking prick.
There are things to do, but it's not like I mean, we don't have like fucking beaches for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not like a huge fucking nightlife unless you're in one of the bigger cities. And then, there actually is. There's stuff to do. It's just doesn't seem like there's much to do.
What are you talking about? We have a beach at Tuttle Creek. There's Fats.
Yeah.
And Fats.
Fats Bar and Grill.
And
yeah.
I guess.
And the park.
Yeah.
You could travel to the park.
There's Walmart.
There's Walmart.
The Splash Park.
Ooh.
Hey, I go there every once in a while.
Linear Trail.
Don't stop there. Geez.
No, please.
Well-
Let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Let's concede that. that one.
They say ope and let me just squeeze by you.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You go
yes.
fuck yourself. Why don't you say that?
Yeah.
Yep. Let me just squeeze by.
It's
real quick.
only the most polite way to let someone know that you're behind them.
I'm just gonna squeeze by you is the nicest thing that you can say when you are inadvertently getting in someone's way and you're not trying to be a jerk about it and you're not trying to awkwardly wait for them. You know what I mean? Like when people stand and wait, I'm like, oh God, just say, hey, just trying to squeeze by you here real quick. Just be cool.
I've never had that blow up my face.
There.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had anybody be like, "Oh,
Not
no, you're not allowed to squeeze on by
Yeah.
me."
No.
Not at Pizza Ranch, not at Walmart, not at a K-State football game. I've always been able to squeeze on past somebody.
The fact that at a K-State football game, it's not like echoing in the stadium the whole time. It's a buzz
They just-
of people saying it over.
They'll just
and
play it on a loop on the loudspeaker instead of first down. Everybody's like, "Let me squeeze by you." But I will say, from experience as a bigger guy, not like trying to talk negatively on myself, but I've always been kind of a chunky guy. I have to squeeze on by people a lot.
We
so
squeeze
Yes.
yeah, I've done a lot of squeezing.
We've
It's-
squeezed.
It's letting them know that you're putting in the effort to not touch them.
Absolutely.
It's like, I don't want it to touch my belly. I don't want it to touch you either. I'm sorry.
You know, one of the most impressive big man squeezes I've ever seen, that scene, we've talked about it on this podcast, when Uncle Phil, he's like, Jeffrey, Gilly, Lucille. He kind of has to do a squeeze through a group of people to get around the table. And he does it like he squeezes both his arms and he goes, eh. When a big guy pretends he's like, oop, real careful and like, just like, gotta squeeze by you. But he's just like barreling. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh God, okay. It's the best big guy squeeze by I've ever witnessed. Watch that clip, and when he goes, ooh, it's perfect.
I'm going to watch that differently.
It's a great, Jeffrey, Lucille, the way. Dude, okay, anyway.
I'll
sorry.
go even further. I will say that Kansas is probably one of the few places that you could hear, "I'm going to squeeze by you" in a mosh pit.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is
Ooh.
And then get punched in the head. But still, they told you they were going to squeeze
they did.
by first.
And also probably hear ope in a
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
But it'd be like a
open
real
the-
aggressive
ope.
You're open the crowd surfer whose boot just hit the back of your head.
That's at Kansas nice, folks.
Isn't that what he does in the Disturbed song?
It is.
Wow.
Wow.
Who knew? He's from Wamego.
I'm gonna squeeze on by.
I didn't know what that was until just this minute. That's
you go.
amazing. In small towns, everybody waves while you're driving.
Fuck you if you don't.
You get the 2-finger.
Dude, in big towns, because I consider Manhattan to be a big town or a small city.
Sure.
Depends on how you look at it. But I fucking wave at people.
That's how I know you ain't from around here. If you ain't from around here, then you take the down there. Or no, if you ain't from my hood, you can get from around here. When you're on a side street, and there's not enough room for 2 vehicles, and I allow you to come through, and I stay on the side, and like when you don't go, and I have to go to you to get you to get back, I know you ain't from around here.
Yep.
You ain't from my hood.
Just get a horn that just says "ope."
Dude, there are certain communities that would sell out super fucking quick.
Yes, it would.
You'd have to like start like hiring celebrities to do the opes for them.
Ope.
Do you guys
Was
fucking
that Scarlett
That
Johansson?
was the Snoop Dogg. That was Snoop. He's on everything. So
when you're driving and you see someone you know and they cross paths with you and you wave and they don't wave back? Does that ever happen?
I mean, I know people. Our friend Tim Jessup is someone who, when he's driving, he is locked in.
Wow.
So, like, I'm someone I will notice you and go, I'll do the point, and but he'll just be like,
I'm not even sure he's locked in on driving.
He's locked in.
He's thinking about something.
Yeah. I've waved at him 30 times in my life, and he's just like,
It's funny that you say that because the person who does it to me is also a Tim.
no. Yep. Yeah, it's a Tim.
That
thing.
makes
It's a
sense.
Tim thing, I guess.
It's a
Yeah.
Tim thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I've noticed over the last couple years, man, people just don't be waving no more, man. Even when you let them in or you let them go to the nope, no wave, just bye.
Do you wave when somebody stops at a crosswalk for you or something like that?
That's
or,
a Kansas thing.
Okay.
Like if somebody stops driving to let you walk across the road, do you wave to them?
Absolutely, and I jog.
Jog.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Fucking thank you. It drives me nuts because anytime that I do it, I wave and I try to get out of their way as quickly as possible. They were nice enough to stop for me. I'm nice enough to get the fuck out of the way for them.
And it's like even if you're not full blown jogging or sprinting, like you just pick it up a little
Pick
bit.
the pace
just
up.
a little
Just
bit.
walk
I
a little
appreciate
faster.
it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that when you do that. I will go, ooh, nice. I'll chuck a deuce and I'll jog it out.
Yes. Thank you.
When people don't, when they just walk, or when people kind of look at you sometimes, I'm like, I want to rev my engine. You know what I mean? I want to be like, I'm ready over.
I want to do more than that. I don't want to just rev it.
Oh my God. Okay, so is there any stereotypes that you could remember that you wanted to address, Dustin?
Well, one thing that you mentioned that we didn't really address because it kind of went hand in hand with something else, but the rodeos.
Yeah.
Rodeos are fucking boring. Unless somebody okay, and it's the same thing with NASCAR. Those sports are boring unless someone gets horrifically hurt.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll watch all fucking day.
Yeah, baby.
I'm sorry, but I am one of those people. I will watch that shit on replay, but I will not fucking not again. But I would rather watch that than the entire fucking rodeo where they're like, "Oh yeah, he stayed on him for 8 seconds." Okay,
Horrible.
I mean, I know it's hard, but don't do it. then.
Just stop.
Yeah,
And
you
somebody's
don't
like-
have to be here, right?
Wait, what? I just associate the rodeo with the Riley County Fair.
The fair
And
I
so
enjoy.
It's either 56,000 degrees outside,
Yeah.
or there's some horrifically violent storm that's about to just descend upon us. Every year,
Sometimes both.
sometimes both, and every year it happens. You're just like, it'd be great if while the storm got here, we got into this metal building that has no doors nor windows.
We can ride the horses out of here.
Yeah,
That's
let's
fine.
go. Yeah, we'll get my award-winning goat and ride him the fuck out of here. I'm like, people are always like, yeah, it started raining. I'm like, yeah,
Of course it did.
it did, because it's late July. It was really hot today.
It's like when there's bad weather during the country stampede, no matter where it's at. It's like, yeah, we know.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
how it
just
works.
that's how you plan for
That's
it,
how
dumbass.
fucking works,
Fucking
motherfucker.
rookies.
Oh God. Okay, you guys want to take a trivia quiz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
real quick.
Is it like what's the state bird shit? Because I know those kind of things.
What is a state
Some of
bird?
them. Oh fuck. I don't remember the bird, but I know the insect is the meadowlark.
I thought that's the bird.
That's the bird.
Is it the bird?
Yeah, Dusty. Not off to a great start.
I thought it was a meadowlark butterfly.
No, monarch butterfly.
Monarch. God damn it. Okay.
What about the reptile?
box turtle?
The ornate.
Oh Jesus, fuck
Box
you.
turtle.
Go
Dusty.
fuck yourself, Kansas. Just
I
kidding.
did not know that.
What's
I
the
love you,
state
Kansas.
animal?
The dusty moor.
Ayo.
No, I
the
don't know.
prairie dog? No, bison.
The
Oh,
bison.
yeah,
What
that makes sense.
what the mama bison
Oh,
say to her
Jesus
kid?
Christ.
Bison. What's the official nickname of Kansas? Do you want some? What you call it? Some options?
Some lists. Yeah,
Yeah.
even though I already know it.
The Prairie State, the Tornado State, the Cornhusker State, or the Sunflower State?
Is the Cornhusker State really an option on there? 'Cause
Yeah.
that seems like a dig.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, did you make this list or?
Yeah. No, ChatGPT did.
Yeah, that'd be the Sunflower State.
The Sunflower State.
Next one goes to Dan.
Which famous fast food chain was founded in Wichita in 1921?
Wait,
That's easy.
I was gonna say Pizza Hut, but That's way before, isn't it? I thought
McDonald's, Wendy's, White Castle, or Burger King? We have 2 fast food kings that
Holy
started
shit, we
here
do.
in Kansas. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that it was White Castle.
It was White Castle.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's no White Castles anywhere around here.
I know that's
Nope.
the tragedy of
Yeah,
it.
the tragedy. You know, when you forget where you came from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Motherfucker.
Because if you would have said Sonic, I'd be like, no, because they take great pride in Oklahoma that
Yeah.
Sonic came from there. And
No,
I'm like, fucking have it, dude. I don't give a
Sonic came
shit.
from here, and you're like, oh, good.
Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. The town that I lived in down in Oklahoma, 4 Sonics.
Oh my god!
2 of them were down the street.
Oh, my
You
God.
could walk to the road and see the other one. I'm not even exaggerating.
I don't want
It
to go
was
to that one. I
fucking
want to go to the
insane.
good one.
There was no
There's
good
no
one.
good one. Yeah. So you know what?
They're
Those
all bad.
Sonic
question,
though,
yeah.
man. In the app, you get half price drinks all day, every day.
Get a
Love
drink
it.
from there, sure.
Oh,
don't,
cherry limeade.
don't really
man.
eat the food.
What major U.S. highway known as the Mother Road runs through Kansas? Route 66, U.S. Highway 1, Interstate 70, or the Lincoln Highway?
Well, I don't know about you, but I get my kicks on I-70.
It's actually Route 66. I mean, I-70 does run through Kansas, but the Mother Road is Route 66.
Really?
Route 66
Yeah.
does run through Kansas?
It does.
I don't think I've ever
So
been on it.
it's like,
I haven't either.
you know, like
Dude, just hit like nip the tip.
No. That's what she said. Does that work? Yeah, that's what she said. No, it's like Seneca and like, you know, it's like, so here's I-70 and then it's like a little above it. You know, yeah. Old Military Trail Road, you know, shit like that. I don't know. Which legendary outlaw was shot and killed in Dodge City, Kansas? Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Wild Bill Hickok, or none of these?
What the fuck? Okay, so let's see. What are our options? Wild Bill Hickok,
Wild Bill Hickok, Jesse
James,
or
Billy Kid,
Billy the Kid,
or literally anybody else.
anyone that you can think of in your
in the
mind.
entire world.
Anyone.
Dan?
I actually don't know this one for sure.
Well, it's not Billy the Kid, because he was fucking down in like New Mexico and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yes, he
Okay,
was.
yeah.
Yes, he was.
It wasn't
Bat
Wyatt Earp.
Masterson killed him, shot him in the back. Got coward.
Was it Bat Masterson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Pat
but it was-
Garrity.
Yeah, I was
Pat
gonna say, I
Garrity
didn't think
killed
so.
him. Pat Garrity shot him in the back.
I'm gonna say Wild Bill.
None of the above. While Hickok was killed in South Dakota. Kansas is the nation's top producer.
Okay, you can't even give us one that was killed in Dodge City, you son of a bitch.
I'm sure somebody.
Yeah,
was.
Ricky Jackson in 1983.
He was a cattle fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had that one.
No, he tried to rob somebody outside of the first pizza ranch that was ever open. Kansas is the nation's top producer of which crop? You have corn, wheat, soybeans, or cotton.
The cream of the crop.
Yeah.
I rise to the top. I never eat no pig because a pig is a cop. Oh, buddy, a Terminator.
A
Like Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. They tried to play me out like as if my name was
There you
Sega.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotta
Great
go.
song. Great song.
I don't know where. I don't
Not
know.
just wheat, but wheat.
Wheat. And because like sometimes these are tricky because it's like sorghum, and I'm like, I don't even fucking know what sorghum is. Which famous abolitionist led attacks in Kansas during the Bleeding Kansas conflict? Freddie Douglass, John Brown, Harriet Tubman, or Ulysses S. Grant? This is a good one.
I love the fucking
Can we
options.
just get
that
Yeah.
they
a,
give.
can we get a movie with all 4 of them?
It's like just this, just kicking in
Avengers.
doors.
Harriet Tubman's got like a pump action shotgun. She's like,
It ain't revenge they're after. It's the reckoning. No. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Of course. JB baby. Kansas was admitted as a U.S. state in what year? 1776, 1920, 1861, or 1901?
ooh. 1861.
You're correct. Kansas State University came along in 1863. And then later that year, someone
won a national championship.
That's right, in a debate, crop judging. Seriously, the crop judging team has won like 35 straight national titles. It's the run that they're on is.
So, do they get the same fucking hate the Chiefs do?
Dude, at this point, it's like quadruple the Tom Brady heat. You know what? You think Tom Brady gets heat? Check out the crop judging team for KC. Let's see. What U.S. Prez was born in Abilene, Kansas?
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Have you ever been to his house?
I have.
No.
Yeah.
I have.
He's got a little house there. You can walk around.
Did he invite you in?
No. He's a racist.
Actually,
I was going to
Probably
say,
fucking
if he would have seen him, then
no.
apparently,
not the big house, at least.
there's a
Yeah,
rumor that Dwight D. Eisenhower saw an alien at Fort Riley,
No way.
like one of the Roswell ones or some shit.
Oh, I thought his last name would have been Rodriguez.
No. Oh, Dustin.
Sorry. He said alien.
It's topical.
He said alien.
It's topical. So, wait, what? Where'd you hear this?
It was an internet rumor, but apparently it started somewhere else earlier than that. Apparently they were transporting the bodies, and he got to look at one in a crate.
Wow.
See, and that's the whole reason why he ran for fucking president. He was like, I want to see the files on
Yeah,
all this shit.
And then
what I actually saw, and then he looked and he was like, oh, they faked it? Oh, damn it.
I think it's like you want to know all that shit, and then they tell you a bunch of this shit, and you're like, I wish no one would have told me. And they're like, you wanted to know.
Dude, apparently made Jimmy Carter cry.
Wow.
Do you notice that most presidents, like, after like 1 year of their first term, like their hair starts to fall out or turn white, or like if it wasn't already, it turns more white.
Yeah,
if that's possible.
Nobody comes out of there looking great,
No.
man. It's
No.
a very haggard job, man. There's one about a river. I don't want to read that. What Kansas town is famous for inspiring the setting of The Wizard of Oz? Topeka, Liberal, Dodge City, or Coffeeville? This one's tough. I never knew this.
Over my dead body if it's liberal.
Jesus Christ.
Man,
That's another misconception.
Are we gonna continue it's like come up with a new quote, Dan. Jesus, everyone says that.
Well, fuck. I am gonna say liberal.
You'd be correct. It's Liberal, Kansas. Yeah. So it looks like you're dead now, B.
Well, I want to cancel the Wizard of Oz now.
Yeah, let's go after him. Fucking argue. And they're like, why? What happened? People are like, what happened?
It's woke.
It's too woke. What do you mean? What are they?
You know
it's
what I
in
mean.
liberal.
Yeah.
You notice how, like, all of a sudden, as soon as they leave the red state of Kansas, everything's in color. And
You know
fancy.
that
Whoa!
You know liberal votes red, right? That doesn't matter.
That don't matter to me. Pain don't hurt. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So really, that's it. That's all we got for Kansas. I feel like we defended Kansas.
I think
I
so.
feel like we kind of degraded it a little bit too.
One other thing.
Yeah.
We have some of the most gorgeous motherfucking sunsets
Oh.
and sunrises
Yeah.
in the whole country.
Absolutely.
I would agree.
Like, you've talked about this before, and I absolutely agree with you. One of the few places where you can drive like 20, 25 minutes tops or so and be able to see every fucking star that is out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we can actually see our sky.
Absolutely. You go to northern, just Riley County.
Yeah.
If you just drive north and take a little turn down some country road, and at night it is gorgeous out here, man.
Yeah,
It's great.
and you don't get arrested for peering at our stars through a telephoto lens like you would in L.A.
God damn, man, you're fucking on fire. I like what? I feel like I wasted you know what I mean? Like you're just really you're coming through, man. You're a Kansas boy.
Thank you.
That you're a true Kansas boy.
That's all I have to say to that. It's just
Don't- I don't know how I would take that if somebody called me a true Kansas boy. It depends on who's saying it, because it's like
Yes.
it's either like thank you or go fuck yourself.
You call me a true Kansas boy, and I'll do like a salute. I'll go, thank you, too.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've always been proud to be a Kansan, and this just kind of solidified it for me.
You know, it's one of those things that I have no actual sane, logical reason to be like proud or defend the way that I do. But I am fucking with you on that one.
Well, and even if you're not from Kansas, we still got Kansas love for you. So while we're showing you love, you show us love. Go check us out, GettinSidetracked.com. Check out our Facebook, YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. Now.
And then we'll give you some of that Arkansas love.
Eh!